Hi, this is James from JTP Machinery. We're just going to do a little walk around on a 5120C Deutz-Fahr that we just traded. So it's only a 2019 model. So as you can see, fairly conventional Donaldson style air filter, just a cartridge, easy to change. Side covers slip off, everything's accessible. It's the Deutz 4-cylinder turbo engine, used in most of the models. Been around for a long time, super reliable, excellent on fuel. Nice heavy front axle in this tractor. SDF front axles are always quite tough. Nice big wheel nuts or wheel bolts. Good thick heavy duty rims. Good wheel options on it. The final drives are quite heavy with good pivot bearings. We'll have a bit of a walk around this tractor just to have a look at it. So the tyres are probably around 50%. Previous owner used it for haymaking, so it did a little bit of highway work. It's got the controls on the guard, so you can inch the 3-point linkage up and down and edge the PDO, which makes it easier to hook things up. The ball type quick hitch ends on the 3-point linkage. These things will lift a huge capacity, usually somewhere between 7 to 10 tons on the 3-point linkage, so they have a pretty good rating there. It has 3 pairs of remotes on the back, as well as a high flow return to tank, standard truck style trailer pin. I like these leveling links. They're quick and easy. You can just pull a clip out, slip them in and out to get your implement hitched up. And you've also got a screw adjustment on it as well for that fine adjustment. Another set of controls on the other side, on the other guard, so it's got it on both sides. Little toolbox under the cab. Not the world's greatest toolbox, but does hold a little bit. Batteries under that cover there. These loaders are fitted to a lot of the Deutz tractors. It's an agri-lift loader. It's an agri-lift 3820 or 3820. They've been a simple, reliable loader that's been fitted to a lot of Deutz tractors. We've never had any real issues with them. Just put the bonnet down. We'll have a look inside. So we haven't really given this tractor a thorough clean yet. It's only just come in, we checked it over, made sure everything was good mechanically. It's got a nice Brammer suspension seat, comes with a GPS, usual Deutz adjustable steering wheel, the dash moves with it, and you can loosen it off and slide the wheel up and down to suit yourself. The seat's got a lot of adjustment. So as with all Deutz tractors, you've got to put it in neutral, foot on the clutch. So this tractor's got 1,793.2 hours. So it hasn't done a lot of work. It's been well looked after. There's your 3 remote levers. This one has a float position. They have detent positions as well, so you can lock them in. It's your PDO controls, pretty simple. Slide that forward and turns PDO on, flick it back, turns it off. Hand throttle, throttle memory, so we'll pick the engine revs up to 1600, hold the throttle memory down, 1, 2, 3, 4, lights up on the dash, let my foot off the throttle, and we can recall that engine revs at any point. So if I hit it now, it'll go back to idle, and press it again, it goes back up to 1600 revs. It's quite a handy feature. We have our diff lock and our 4-wheel drive buttons here. This button here unlocks the 3-point linkage system, so to unlock the 3-point linkage you hold it down until it makes that noise and it says lift activated on the dash. Then you can use quick lift buttons here or your normal 3-point linkage controls. This is really standard Deutz SDF kind of controls. Plus you've got a little hitch up button here. If you're backing up, turn around, it's easy to reach when you're reversing up. It's pretty handy. Okay, so conventional controls for the loader, just a cable joystick. It's got a third service button on it, diverter valve, pretty easy to use. We've got 3 ranges, so the S with the snail is a creeper. Then you've got a larger snail, which is low range, a tortoise, which is medium, and then a hare, which is high range. So there's a huge amount of ranges to choose from. Plus then you've got a synchro box with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then your power shift. So 5120C has 1, 2, 3 power shift buttons. Some power shift buttons are here. It also has a momentary clutch or comfort clutch, whatever you want to call it. So you press that in and it will disengage the clutch, so you can change gears or stop. You also just use your standard foot clutch, nice and easy. Shuttle levers here, lift it up, flick it backwards, you're in reverse. Lift it up, flick it forward, you're in forwards. Really easy. Once you've selected a gear and your speed, then you can just shuttle it backwards and forwards. I'll give you a quick demo on that right now. Before I jump to that, Bluetooth stereo, roof lights, beacon. On this side we've got our air conditioning, heater controls, rear wipers. Deutz, most of the Deutz tractors come standard with rear wipers and squirters, as well as the front ones. We've got a high-vis roof here, so you can actually get the loaders right up in the air. So you're loading a hay in a hay shed. You can actually see the loader, see your load. Glass is a bit dirty, so you can see what you're doing through there. It's not really a sunroof, it's just a high-vis option so that you can use better vision, loader work. Interior light, all that sort of standard stuff, nothing really fancy there. So let's check out a couple of the cool features on this tractor. I will put it into first gear and low range, the lowest power shift speed. Park brake, can't forget that. That always ends in disaster for people if they do. On this tractor I think, yeah, it'll beep at you if you pull the park brake on, you can hear it. So you'd have to be pretty silly to leave that park brake on. So you can see now I can just shuttle, I'm not using the clutch. So I'll shuttle forward. So we can shuttle backwards and forwards all day long. And that's a bit harsh in reverse there, so I can actually soften that. I've got a little controller on the shuttle lever, So you can make it soft or hard. You can increase or decrease the rate at which it changes direction. Now, something really cool, quick steer. So I hit that, I can go one full lock will get me, one full turn will get me from the center position to full lock. So if you're doing fiddly stuff, loader work, maneuvering around sheds and things like that, it is brilliant. Once you get up to a certain speed, it'll automatically turn off anyway, and you've got to turn it back on if you want it. But just to give you a demo, so there we go, straight ahead. That's full lock, just in that. So it's a really cool feature. The other thing I really like is stop and go, so we'll activate that. Have my foot on the clutch. So I've got that activated now. What that lets me do, we'll pick the engine revs up. So I can actually put my foot on the brake. Tractor will come to a stop. Now if I edge my foot off the brake, off we go again. So, you know, if you're doing hay or mowing or whatever, or baling, and you want to stop in a hurry, you don't have to touch anything else. You just push the brake pedal, stop and goes on, it'll stop. When we want to take off again, we don't touch anything else, just let the brake go and off we go. So I think that's a really cool feature. A lot of the smaller Deutz models have that, just above 100 horsepower. There's a couple other models below that. Alright, one thing I didn't really point out was the telescopic lift on the loader. So, I mean, that loader nearly goes straight up, so it's pretty high. I forget what the full lift height is, but I mean, it'll handle the highest hay shed around within reason, unless it's ridiculously high, of course. So these features I talked about with the quick steer, just hit the button if you want to turn them off. Same with stop and go. Same with your diff lock and four-wheel drive, just hit the button, turn them on or off whenever you want. Pretty easy stuff. Okay, I think that probably covers everything. If you've got any questions, flip me an email or message me on Facebook, or just give me a ring on my mobile. If you're interested in this tractor, of course, give me a yell and we'll talk numbers. We can do finance, and we can offer obviously a lot of other attachments and bits and pieces to suit whatever you're doing. That's all from me, James at JTP Machinery. Thank you very much.